This is a little different than what I usually share on this channel, but it is one of my favorite projects of all time. It is very simple, it is very silly, and it is one of the few things I've built that actually gets used every day. First, some context. My wife got a car with a backup alarm that lets you know roughly how close you are to whatever is behind you. And that's an amazing feature. We live in a city and we are constantly having to parallel park. However, the sound that this alarm makes is absolutely dreadful. Take a listen. So you can imagine if you have to back into a tricky spot and maybe you have to straighten out a couple times, that's gonna get really, really old. So I could not resist. I hacked the alarm, added my own little flair, made it less annoying. Now, I posted this on a few other platforms, and a certain percentage of viewers thought that I was trying to make the sound, let's call it, not safe for work. And to that I say, okay, I hear it now, but I promise that was not my intention at all. And I suppose I should have mentioned this before I played the sound. Hopefully you had headphones on. Anyways, our friends and family might know that I actually built this several years ago. Before the wedding, if you can believe that, she went through with it. And it was actually my first hardware project ever. It totally opened my mind to what could be built with open source tools, some cheap parts, and a little bit of imagination. So recently I decided it deserved a rebuild with a new design and, most importantly, a way to add some brand new custom sounds. Here are some of the ones I've been playing around with. I'm definitely in the market for more sounds, so if you can think of any good ones, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your suggestions. All right, this is the part where I'm gonna talk at a very high level about how I made this. So first, I found the source of the beeping, which was not hard because this little thing was literally dangling in the back of the car, which I think means our alarm system must be an aftermarket product. I don't know how Subaru would ship a car with little dangly wires. Anyways, I saw it and I immediately recognized it from my middle school science classes. This is a piezo buzzer. They are very easy to find and even easier to use. You literally just apply a voltage, DC voltage, across these wires and it'll make a sound. So I see this, and at that point I realize that the brain of this alarm, which I still don't know anything about if I'm being honest, activates this buzzer by periodically connecting it to power and then disconnecting it on a timer. As the car backs towards something, the alarm brain increases the frequency at which it connects and disconnects power to this buzzer. And eventually when you get close enough, it leaves the power connected and gives you a headache. Now, here is my light bulb moment. I thought, What if instead of letting the alarm brain drive this buzzer directly, I hook into these two wires and monitor the change in voltage from high voltage on to low voltage off. That way I could measure the time between each on-off pulse and use that timing to decide which of my own sounds to play. I'm gonna try a simple visualization here. So this is the voltage over time, and you should be able to see the transitions from on high voltage to off and back again. If the time I measure is long, I play a slower, more gentle warning sound. If it is fast, I play a more urgent sound. And if I don't detect any transitions from on to off in, I think it's 1 second, that's when I play the ultimate intense sound. And that's kind of it. It's definitely a hack, but it is very effective. And I didn't really have to make any modifications to the car. I just snipped these two wires, which I could easily reattach if I wanted to, and I even added a pass-through to my little box here, so you can keep the original alarm attached and decide if you want to use my custom sounds or the original buzzer. And my wife definitely likes to switch it back to the buzzer when she drops the car off for maintenance. If you want to learn more about the technical details of how I built this, you can keep watching. I took a bunch of footage of the entire assembly process, and I will be posting the schematic and source code, everything you need to know, on my Hackaday.io project page, which will be linked down below. Now, I recognize this is not the type of project anyone can just go and build. This is tailored to our specific circumstances, our specific vehicle, but if this stuff excites you, I strongly encourage you to spend some time, look around your environment, look closely for cracks, seams, places where you can hack in and make your own improvements. I promise you there are more than you might think. And one little footnote there, please be careful around electricity. If you're unsure of how something works or if it can hurt you at all, stop, put it down, consult an expert, please. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Enjoy some jazz and solder.